What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5'3". Man, look here, man. I'm back again. Back again. Man, I was talking to my little homie today. Um, Out here, and he was reminding me of an incident that took place when we was in prison in Alabama together. Now, the little homie, he from Main Street. Um, he been gone now about 20 years. Oh man. Well, we had some good times, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of times that came, you know what I'm saying? Me and him, it was just me and him. We would just look at each other and just be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? You know, with us both being from South Central, both being off the east side, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of times, you know, we would set it up, man. We talk about stuff. I miss the little homie. I'm glad he can call me. But anyway, he was reminding me about an incident that had took place years and years ago with phones and some dope. Now the homie had the prison in a headlock at one time. I'm talking about he had it sold up lock, stock, and barrel. You know what I'm saying? Lock, stock, and barrel. And everybody was coming to him, and I was like, I used to look at the little homie like, yeah, cuz, that's right, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? We was getting in the dope. The cell phones was coming in. It was still fairly new. Cell phones in the system was still fairly new. So, you know, we was getting them and was glad to get them though. But now at this time, the police was real deaf on them. Nowadays, police could care less. Police in the prison. They could care less about a cell phone. Really, they really don't care because it's so many of them in the Alabama prison system. Phones everywhere, man. You know, having a phone like having an ID. And then see, the police, they finally came to the realization that phones can somewhat keep down a bunch of drama, especially drama that's turned or could be turned toward them. Don't nobody want to lose their phone. That's a lifeline. Your cell phone is the most important thing to you in prison. It really is. Different places, they cost a different amount of money. Alabama, there's so many of them. You get you a touchscreen. I'm talking about a Android, a good Android touchscreen, $300. Like it ain't nothing. And at times it could go down lower than that if it's flooded. Versus California, you paying $6,000-$7,000 for a phone. What? Ooh, wait. Bump that. Wall, here I come, you know? But anyway, it is what it is, was what it was. It's going to be what it's going to be. Or see. You know? So look, the phones was coming in. It was fairly new. A lot of times, these phones help you so much because they open up the communication lines back to the people on the streets. People that you haven't spoke to in a long time, you can finally communicate with them. People that you want to speak with, but now they not putting no money on the phone for you to call, this, that, and the other, all that, you know. And of course, once we start getting cell phones in, it opened up a floodgate for new relationships, rebuilding old relationships, the whole hookup. Whereas, like before the cell phones, the visiting yard might have been to 25% capacity on the weekends. After them cell phones start coming up in there and dudes start busting them females and talking and getting back in good with their family and this, that, and the other, man, overnight it went from 20% capacity to 120% capacity. I'm talking about it was full every weekend. Visiting yard full. People coming up to see people again. We used to always get the chat lines. Go to the back of the magazines and get the chat lines. You get the free 30 minutes and all that. Trying to bust people on the chat line, and we really did, because I bust quite a few females on that chat line. And anyway, so you know that was going on. The homie though, he was into scoring. He was into making that money. He was into making that money and handling his business and doing what he got to do. Me personally, I didn't give a dang about that. I wanted the phone. As far as you know what I'm saying, the dope went. It didn't make me no difference. I didn't use it, so I'd get me 2, 3 little pennies, or get me some honey buns or cookies or whatever, and I was cool. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't into it like that. I ain't never really been no hustler like that. I told y'all about that. But anyway, man, look, one night the homie had went on and scored. Now this was some fluke tripped out mess, man. Tripped us out. The homie had scored, and he did his thing. Now he had been waiting. Now I used to watch the homie like a hawk because I always had his back. I never really did inquire about his business, and he never did volunteer about his business. All I know is he would just pop up one day, bang, there it was. You know what I'm saying? So, but now for me, cold trailing him and watching him, I peeped and kind of figured out in the long run when he was finna get something. Because it would be early in the mornings. He would always go outside. This is when we slept on the south side of the prison. Now, remember, I always told y'all on the south side of the prison was a bunch of dorms. Okay. When he was getting ready to score, it was like he would always go sit outside on the bench. Now, what it was, the police that was horses for him at the time, whenever they was going to do the pass off, the handoff, the Hail Mary throw, or however they did it and whatever they did, they would always give him a signal when he was sitting out on that bench. Now I'm like, all right, well, cool. So now here it is. One morning he peeped it. He on that bench. I'm like, all right. I said, oh shoot, but we finna do a little something. Now, of course, I'm really sweating him on this go round because he's getting my phone in. The last phone I'd had, the police had got it. I lost it. So I'm like, I'd really been sweating this pack to come in because my phone was in this pack. The lady who I was fooling with at the time, she was my third wife. My third wife in the prison system. She had looked out, man. She had went and got me a little phone, and I had it custom made. It was a royal blue, you know what I'm saying, with some little flecks in it and all that. I'm like, okay, sweating my little blue phone, man. I wanted my phone. Yeah, man. So when I seen him doing his little routine with the pack was coming in, I'm like, oh shoot. I wasn't finna run up on him like, dang, cuz, what, no. He don't like that. He didn't like when I did that. Just be cool. And when he bell up on me, he gonna have me the phone and whatever else little goodies he had for me, which was cool, So look, time goes on. Around lunchtime that day come, he was like, I got something. I'm like, what's up? He like, got that. I got that. I'm like, oh, it hit? Which I'd been expecting him to come up, He was like, yeah, it hit. I'm like, what's up? He like, can't get to it right now. Just hold on. So all the rest of that day go by. I'm anxious. I'm like, shoot, I'm finna get my phone. I'm finna call my baby. Yes, on is on. Man, all that day turned into that night. He was real cautious about what he did. He always moved real strategic. Now, I sweated him a few times, like, dang, cuz, what's up, man? We like, just hold on, man. Hey, when it's cool, it's cool. If it ain't, it ain't. Now, just hold on. I'm like, all right. I knew not to bug him too much because I knew he was going to come through. All right, so cool. Late that night came. He come over to me, like, bang. Here you go. I'm like, oh, sure. I'm like, yeah, cuz, that's what's up, homie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm like, you got you? He like, yeah, I got me, because he needed another phone himself. And he had got like 3 pounds of some good in. Some good in. He wasn't the type that get it by the ounce and all that. No, he was selling the ounces up in there. You know what I'm saying? The homie was a real live little businessman. He get it in by the pounds, and he, a lot of times he had already had the ounces sold before the pack even hit. And he would just go ahead, and once he got his paws on it, he would just distribute it as he seen fit. Cool. That part of the game I didn't care about. Like I say, hey, I ain't never been no dope boy, so do what you do. I had my phone. So now it was late. He was like, look, I'm finna put my stuff up. You wanna go on the wall with me? So now what we would do, we would hide at that time. It's totally different now, but back then at that time, we would hide our phones in the wall. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, cuz go ahead and put mine up. So a lot of times, if one person was going to make that wall run, a bunch of would jump in and get on that wall run because you didn't want to be cracking that wall open in 2-3 different spots. Now the wall, when I say the wall, it wasn't like all the way solid cement or solid metal. It was how can you put it, like steel paneling. You know what I'm saying? It was steel paneling that you could bend it over and pull it over. Remember I told you out there in them dorms, because you got to look, they prefabricated material, just put up and it was okay. So I was reading something, but anyway, so we was able to do pop little certain screws and nuggets and rivets and pull it open. He had the coldest little spot that you wouldn't even think he would even fool with. Way up at the front door, as you going out the building, right there. But now the police desk was right there. You couldn't get to it unless you had somebody pull the police away and distract them. Now to get in this spot, they had to been pulled away for a nice little, pretty good little amount of time, enough to get the rivets out, push the pounds down in there, boop, 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 and whatever else you put in there with a hook, what we call a hook string, with a hook string, so when you go in, you can hook it and hook the string and pull it back up out of there. Cool. Okay. So now he when he told me, say, look, I'm finna go up. I'm like, cuz you ain't broke nothing down, cause usually if they gonna break it down in the back, I'll pop back and watch or whatever. He like, no, it's too late at night. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it up, and tomorrow break it all down and go ahead and do what I'm gonna do. I'm like, all right, cuz, well look, hey, well go ahead, yeah, put my phone up. He said, cuz he told me he finna put his up too. I'm like, yeah, put mine up. So bang, he put the phones up. He got somebody to distract the police. Basically, he had somebody pull the police to the back by the shower, and whatever they was telling them or showing them, that's what they had going on. Pop the wall down, put the pounds of weed in, put the wall back, put the little smooth stuff over it, like ain't nothing going on, like ain't nothing ever was happening. Period. But nothing going on. Okay, so we going through that night. Go to sleep. The next morning, they called breakfast. Went to breakfast. Now, of course, breakfast like 4 a.m. Come back from breakfast. Everybody went back to sleep. Everybody about, early that morning, about 6 o'clock. Soon as shift changed, all Hell broke loose. All Hell broke loose. Get on, move, everybody on your bunk. Face down on your bunk. Don't get off your bunk. Woo, 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 wop, wop. The c.e.r.t team, C-E-R.T. c.e.r.t. The c.e.r.t team. It's like the Goon Squad in Kelly. But now in Alabama, they call it the c.e.r.t team. What did that stand for? Whatever it stood for. What? All them years I did in Alabama, I never knew what the c.e.r.t stood for, and didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted them gone. But anyway, so the c.e.r.t team struck. Now, when the c.e.r.t team struck, they like a military brigade. They dress different with the high boots and the black suits on and the helmets, black visors with the sticks, and they tripping. When the c.e.r.t team hit and go to doing whatever they doing, if you bucking, they are going to beat your head off your body and don't give a dang. You know what? They got the dogs on the collar holding the dog. It looked like you in a concentration camp in World War II in Germany somewhere, for real. So anyway, when the c.e.r.t team hit, they up in there, they own us. Don't move. So now they want us all to turn on our stomach, put our hands out. I've been through it so many times, I know the routine. So now here it is. The CERT team done hit, and boom, don't move, don't look up, don't say nothing, don't do anything. So now you like, dang, you trying to like, sometimes they tell you put your hands over your head while you're laying on your stomach. Now, for them little skinny dudes, they can do that. Man, I was too big, man. All of those extracurricular bending, and I'm already on this little spongy bed, and you want me to, man, bump all that, man. Shoot, I'm gonna roll over and close my eyes. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I can't see nothing. I'm blind. So look, they come in one by one, and they if you had on a lot of clothes, they make you strip down to number your drawers and some flip flops or whatever type of shower shoes you had. But now, if you had like them thick shower shoes, you wasn't even finna do that one, because dudes, they got so good, they was hollowing out a shower shoe with the heel on it like that, about no bigger than that. Fools was hollowing that out, putting cell phones in it, and then putting the flat back on it, however they made it glue down or hold down. So if you didn't have no flimsy flip-flop, man, the police like, man, going out there in your bare feet. They don't give a dang. And what? Buck if you want to. Man. So look, they hit your bed one by one, and they was running us out on the blacktop. Now, we call it a blacktop because it's a blacktop. It's not bad, asphalt, cement. Cement, black. Wasn't nothing, out there but the dip bar, the pull-up bar, and the basketball court. Straight up. And then they had a gate over here. You can go through the gate to go through the iron pile, the grass, the field, and all that out there. But anyway, so now they running us out one by one. Go stand against the gate in a long line. You got to, stand there, get in line. So it's about 7-8 long, and, however many people going back in a row. So you standing there. Don't look back. They let you know they standing there. I'm talking about, boy, if they looking like the palace guards. You can't look back, look forward. So boom, once they ran everybody out, they go to doing what they do. Tearing up the block, tearing it up, tearing the cell up. The dorm up, tearing it up. They cutting mattresses, they flipping stuff. When you come back in, everything that you had is everywhere. You might find family, personal. You might live in bed one, and way on the other side of the dorm, over here at bed 150. Your personal family photos might be on the floor way over there. They was doing some messed up stuff, man. It was messed up. It was bad. I'm talking about make you want to put that iron on them. I'm talking about put it on them for real. You be so hot, man. Some stuff you can't find no more. Some stuff is destroyed, and a lot of this was done on purpose. It was done on purpose, man. You piss me off, boy. I used to be wanting to fight, but anyway, that's another story. So look. I'm talking about this tore up. They cutting mattresses up, cutting pillows up. They going through stuff. They tossing your locker. They throwing your stuff everywhere. They searching. And the dog sniffing every step of the way. Dog sniffing. Dog sniffing, man. Dogs on it. So look. The dogs smell weed. That's what they smell. They sniffing for weed. Now, a lot of times, a lot of dudes got their phones busted because either, a lot of them dudes smoke weed. They smoking weed, but they handling now. They smoking weed. They talking on their phone. They handling their phone. A lot of times the phones was packed up or hid around weed. When they came into the institution, they was in the same pack with the weed. So of course the phone smelled like weed. I seen a few dudes' phones get popped like that. Anyway, because if your phone didn't have no weed smell on it, they didn't have no dogs that could smell no cell phones at that time. I think they got dogs that can smell cell phones now. But anyway, at the time, the dogs, they let the dogs, because they cut the dog loose and let the dog run through the block. While you in there, you look up, oh, you got a Ren 1010 running through the block, just running past you, looking, walking in something like, hey, this big old guy named German Shepherd, man. That big old German Shepherd. So, they sniffing. Police coming right behind them. And a lot of times I seen dogs run up on dudes and just and own them because, they got their phone tucked in their drawers. What we would do, we would make little secret compartments. We'd have whoever was the seamstress, the sewer in the block, used to get a lot of money. Because your shorts, we used to have them sew in secret pockets where you could take your cell phone and drop it down in the secret pocket and it'd be in front of you or wherever, just on you. Boom. And the dog, at the time, back then, the dog could come in and sniff around you and your phone be on you. The police, so a lot of times they wasn't finna do no pat down. They just, wherever the dog would hit, that's where they would go. So boom. Now dudes got them phones on them. They got that weed sent on them and they didn't know it. They sitting back there in the back day room watching TV. Dog just go to hitting at them. Police, here you go. You already know the routine. Stand up. Man, what's up, man? Stand up. You know what I'm saying? You can look at their eyes. When the police say stand up, now they looking around. They looking to see like, dang, man, they finna get my phone. So now they knowing they ain't got enough time to try to in front of the, but now some dudes done did it. Reached down there, got their phone and just throw it. That's a whole nother get out right there. When dudes throw their phone, everybody standing around knew what it was. Police trying to get it. They catch it, they throwing it this way, throwing it that way, throwing it this way, that way. Police running around like a chick with their head off trying to get that phone. It was all, man, there's all type of stuff like that used to go down. But anyway, so look, man, they got us outside on this gate and they tearing the dorm up, man. So now, we nervous. Because now I'm like, dang, man, I just got my phone. My phone ain't been in the prison 4 hours yet, 5 hours yet. Just got the phone last night. Here it is in the morning. Ain't even really had a chance to get on it the way I wanted to. Now the c.e.r.t team done hit, and they own it. I don't want to lose my phone. She just got me this phone. Man. And it was, at the time, it was kind of hard because, I didn't have no whole lot of money, and she didn't have no whole lot of money neither. But she did what she did and got me this phone. All right, cool. I don't want to lose it. Don't nobody want to lose it. So, we trying to look back. Police talk about turn around and all this old stuff. Man, I'm so nervous. I'm ready to just turn around and just run back up in there and dive on somebody. Get away from my phone. Leave my phone alone. So, we thinking that they going to get away with it. Ain't going to be no drama. Ain't going to, boom, they going to search and go, but ain't going to find it. Because that spot right there has gotten away before a few times. Now, on this one right here, never know whether it was the dog, but now from what we could peep and see, it was the dog. But fools up in the Alabama prison be telling so much, you never know. You never know. Kites get dropped, all type of stuff. Anyway, the dog hit at the wall. So the police, they tear that area up. And they finally seen where you could peel this piece down and back and down. They peel it, they add it. They in there with flashlights, they doing like boom. And so now the homie ain't too far from me. So I'm like, man, I'm nervous. I'm like, dang, cuz, look, man, look, hey, man, they at the spot. He was like, I'm hip, cuz, dang. I'm like, man, we just got it in, Lo and behold, when they reached in there, they found what they were looking for. They come up with the 3 pounds of weed and about 4 phones. They're not in the business of trying to figure out who it is. They could care less who it belonged to. Only thing they want to do is just bust it and get it and take it, which is exactly what they did. Man, they got that mess, man. And, we stood out there for about another 30 minutes, them searching, looking all around. They finally start leaving. They finally start running us in. First line, take it in. Second line, take it in. Third line, take it in. Man, with the same routine, we coming in looking around like, man, what? Dang, cuz, man, oh, man, they tow up. You get to your bed area, everything tow up, tossed up, flipped up, flopped up, and you just mad. Man, look, I'm mad because my phone gone. Just got it. Hadn't even had a chance to do nothing with it. The homie, he's super upset. His phone gone. All his 3 pounds of weed gone. Just a loss all the way around the table, man. Just was a loss. But look, that stuff happens. That wasn't the first time. And it dang sure wasn't the last time. You know what I'm saying? Stuff. You know, it gets to the point. It happens. You know, it's the oldest game in the world. Cops and robbers. The oldest game in the world, man. Cops and robbers, man. You want to play cops and robbers. Well, I can say the oldest game in the world, but it's an old game, cops and robbers, man. It's our job to try to get it and make sure they don't get it, and it's their job to try to stop us from getting it. And then when we do get it, try to bust it and find it and take it. That's it's all day back and forth. They come up with stuff to try to prevent us from doing stuff, and we are coming up with stuff to try to get past their preventions. And it just, that's what it is, you know. So, lost on that one. Didn't make a difference. Gonna turn around and try it again. And he did, and he succeeded on the next go round. And he get, you know, boom, okay, on to the next one, man. But now, you know, hey, that's in every prison in the United States, man. Every prison in the United States, everybody doing the same thing. Because that's one thing about a convict or inmate, whatever name you want to put on it. They ain't got nothing to do all day but to sit there and try to come up with ways to outsmart the police. Every time the police come up with a prevention, a convict or inmate or whatever you want to call it is going to come up with a way to supersede his preventions. Every time. Every time. Every time. So anyway, man, we lost on that one, but you know, hey, we won on a lot more. But you know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, or see. So man, that's me, man. I just had, when the homie reminded me of that one, man, I had to tell that story, man. We working our way to 100 racks, man. We working our way to 100 racks, man. I need for y'all to tell a friend, to tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell a friend, man. Subscribe. I still have my analytics tell me that I have a lot of people watching my videos that are subscribed. Woohoo! Thank y'all. But now it still says I have a significant amount of people that watch my videos that aren't subscribed. I need for y'all to do me a solid. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Help your big partner out trying to get to this 100 racks, man. I want that plaque, man. I want that plaque. I don't ask for much, but I do ask for that right there. I want that plaque, man. So anyway, man, in the meantime, in between time, man, y'all stay safe and stay above ground. I represent the gangsters, homie. The Avalon gangsters. I'm out. Peace. Gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie.